We are now in Florence. We woke up really early to make it to the Accademia because it was free today. And now it's around lunchtime and we're going to be talking about composition and different techniques you can use. But first, here's a look at what we did this morning. Alright, we are at Mercato Centrale and we're gonna have lunch first before we start with the day. Let's go. We are done with lunch. Now let's begin with today's topic. And let's go with the first composition tip, which is using the rule of thirds. Using the rule of thirds, you can program your camera to have 4 lines, and these 4 lines will create 4 intersections. And the idea is you put your subject on one of these intersections. Alright, so what I'm trying to do right now is to have the subject be a person, and I'm just waiting for that decisive moment on this corner. Let's do it. Florence is a lot more chill than Rome, or maybe it's just a Sunday, but it's generally nice to walk around here. Not that I'm saying that Rome wasn't nice to walk around, it's just really quiet here and less ambulances. Alright, the second tip would be to use symmetry. This is when you use identical looking sides of the photo and you mirror them. This draws the viewer's eyes into the photo and makes it more interesting. A tip you can do is try crossing the street and see the buildings line up, but please be careful when doing this. Those are nice examples of symmetry. Third trick you can use is to look for repetition. So look for elements that repeat each other and line them up and have them lead the eyes of your viewer towards whatever subject or towards whatever horizon you have. And the last thing you can do is use leading lines for your photo. Leading lines are really beautiful and it's always fun to look for them. You could use them to lead to a subject or you could use them to lead to horizon, which both are nice, so you can try that. And I recommend for an easier time to do this, you could use a super wide angle lens or just a normal wide angle lens. For most of my shots, I like to use a Sony 10 to 18mm. It's really wide and you can really see the lines leading towards a horizon. Before we end today, we're gonna hit up Ponte Vecchio. I'm saying it like Tom Hanks in that Dan Brown movie because I watched that and it's nice. I like that. So let's go. Alright, never mind about going to Ponte Vecchio, but we are here at the bridge right before it and it has a really nice view. So check it out. And lastly, I think my final tip would just be to mix and match and find what works for you, because these tips don't work in a vacuum and they're not exclusive to each other. So you can mix up using symmetry and leading lines and whatever really piques your interest. So at the end of the day, these are only tips and it's really you who makes the photo, so have fun with it. Alright, see you tomorrow.